What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Travis, and of course you are watching TWA Motorsports. And in today's video, you're probably wondering, Travis, what happened to 2 videos a week? You used to post one every Monday, every Thursday, like clockwork. For the last 2, 3, maybe 4 years, I've been doing that. And it's finally caught up with me, guys. I just don't have the time between projects dragging out longer, work, life, kids events, coaching soccer, getting ready to coach basketball. It sounds like I don't have the time. It's getting dark earlier. There's stuff I want to do on the weekends with the family or outside, and I just haven't had the time to work out here. You know, a lot of times on a Saturday, I would come out here and hammer out like 2 or 3 videos, and I would scatter those throughout the following week. But now it's hard to do that with it getting dark so much quicker. Doing some yard stuff like I did last Saturday as I'm posting this, and yeah, it just makes things harder. But I figured I would walk you around the shop because some things have moved around. We have been filming some stuff that I don't have quite finished yet, or at least a video to me finished. But I did move some stuff around, and you'll notice that the shop looks a little different. One of the things you'll obviously notice is Cohen's car is in here now. Look, guys, Cohen's car normally resides in our house garage in the basement. And it's getting that time of year where it's getting cold, and his truck was sitting outside, and I figured it'd be nice to him not to get in a freezing cold truck in the morning, or if we get some snow or bad weather, it's inside. So that is why we have moved his car out here. Now, in order to make that happen, I have been moving some stuff around. You'll notice that the OBS is back here. I've kind of cleaned up this area that had bumpers and the rear end for the 55 and a bunch of other stuff. I've kind of condensed that over to the shelves. Still working on, you know, this is all MBS stuff for the green truck that's kind of scattered about. So once we get a little further on this crap will be out of the way. But yeah, I did kind of move some stuff around to make things look a little more tidy. The OBS was sitting right here, and we had the bed back there on a stand. I actually had, between my dad and Cohen and me, we were able to put the bed back on so we could kind of condense that all into one spot. So all the extra parts and everything basically for the OBS is right there. Now, you're probably wondering, like, so what's going on with the OBS? Well, guys, look, it's not my favorite. It never has been. That was my wife liked those trucks. And so I bought one thinking I was going to go all in. And I'm still planning on doing that, but it's going to be quite a while. That's not my favorite, and I have no desire to work on it right now. It's really to the point where I need a good upholstery shop to take over and leather wrap the dash. I thought I'd found one, but it kind of sounds a little scamish. So I backed out of that. But yeah, that's really where we need. I can get all the panels back on, like the doors and whatnot, but I want to put the dash in first, and I want the dash wrapped in leather. So not willing to spend the time on it right now. Definitely don't want to spend the money on it with a couple other things torn apart. And so that's kind of where we're at. You will see some OBS stuff down the road, but it's not going to be anytime soon. And yeah, I don't know how soon. I'd like to get the green truck finished, and then I really want to get started on the black truck, the poor flat black Chevy, one of the ones I said I would never sell. I want to get the LS motor in. I've got one assembled on the stand over there. I want to start getting that going, but I really want this rack to do it. So that's kind of where we're going next. After the green truck will be the flat black Chevy pickup. And in the meantime, you're going to see some Trans Am stuff. But basically all this stuff over here is kind of parked, just driver. We don't have any plans to do anything to Cohen's. And the 72, I have no desire to do anything to. It just runs and drives, and we use it, and that's kind of where it's at. It's just a good truck. On to like what's going on with the Trans Am. So I've got some stuff filmed on the Trans Am, guys. We have another leak. This I think is a part failure. We've got an oil leak. Okay, I fixed the transmission leak. I fixed the brake line leak, and I actually took this thing out for a drive as a start of that video, and you're gonna see where the failure comes into play. I'm not 100% sure that's where it is, but I'm pretty sure I've drilled it down to something where it is leaking oil, and it is a part failure. I'll explain more in that video, hopefully. But yeah, that's what's going on with it. It has been driven, actually, a couple times now. And so we're making some progress. It's been a long time coming. I really want to get it clean. I'm not going to clean it until it's actually not leaking anything. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on with the Trans Am. It sure looks good up there, I'll tell you that. And then right below it, the 53 Chevy. Guys, there's some stuff that I want to do to this, but mainly to make it a little more driver friendly. It runs and drives. We could take it down the road. I'd like to put seat belts in it. It has a leak, which I thought I addressed. I'm going to show you here in just a second, but when I drive this thing, it doesn't seem to leak whatsoever, but we haven't driven it a little bit because of the weather and just being busy. And so it's been setting, and I noticed I pulled it out here to work on the Trans Am the other night, and I let it set right here. And I had to push it back under here because this is where we charge Dana's Tesla. You can see the Tesla charger over there. This is kind of where we park her car to do that. It's the easiest part to maneuver in and out. But this thing set overnight, and look at that puddle of transmission fluid. It also had one underneath it from setting for a couple weeks. There's a little bit of oil there. That's not as alarming to me, but this right here, the way it happens when we let it set makes me think it's maybe a seal or something. I don't exactly know, but it's annoying because I don't want to mess with that right now. I just want it to work and drive it when I want to, and it not be a problem while I address these other things that I've pulled apart. But the green truck, also got some stuff filmed on that. I think in the last video, guys, we tied up all the front suspension. It is all hung on the car or truck. We are now diving into the turbo stuff, and we got a few of those parts on, but you'll see that in an upcoming video, hopefully. But like I said, when we get this green truck a little deeper, we're gonna tie up all this junk that you see in the floor is new parts, old parts, obviously the front bumper, wheels, other boxes that we need to address. So we're gonna get to that point where this junk gets out of the floor, and hopefully that'll be sooner than later. I still have quite a mess, you know, amongst the wall back there of extra parts or parts that we're going to be using down the road, as well as 2 motors, the 6-liter I pulled out of the turbo truck, another 6-liter on the stand that's going in the flat black Chevy back there, the one I said that I have assembled. And yeah, so that's kind of what's going on with that. Most of this is parts for the green truck, whether they be new or stuff I've taken off, haven't put back on yet. That's kind of what's going on with that. But aside from that, the red C8 you see behind me, guys, I am completely over it. I listed it for sale probably 2 weeks ago. I mean, we're going into winter. Not a great time to sell a Corvette, but if any of you are looking for a nice C8 Corvette, 2024 model, Stingray, 2LT, front lift, 2 tops, Z51, it's a nice car. 2,200 and some odd miles, like 2,200 miles, something like that, almost 2,300. My dad drove this. I let him and my mom take it for like 2 or 3 days. They drove it around. He brought it back to me. It hasn't moved since, and that's been about a month ago. So yeah, I really needed that. I do this a lot though. You guys have seen me flush in and out of cars. I think the hunt and the buying is exciting to me. I don't know what there is about that part, but once I get it, kind of the newness wears off really quick with me. And I wanted to try one of these. It's a great car, but honestly, guys, I'm to the point where these two-door, like the two-door stuff, like I love the short bed trucks, and I'll always love a short bed truck, but I don't want any more short bed trucks because we, as a family, at least the 4 of us that go together, me, my wife, Cam, and Kai, you know, Cohen's older and he goes on his own in his Corvette or separately, and he's in and out a lot because he's older. But yeah, I want something we can all set in, ride in, we can use as a family. So I have been looking at another vehicle, and I think I found something. I haven't bought anything yet, but I want a manual, okay? I want a manual transmission. Out of all the vehicles that we have here, all the ones you see out here in the shop, the 2 pickup trucks, so both the red, the shop trucks, and Dana's Tesla, we don't have any manual transmission vehicles at this house. And I want a manual transmission. I want to be able to seat at least 4. And so I've been looking at some stuff. I think I've located a couple that I at least want to go look at. I've looked at a couple over the last week or so. I actually took my trailer to buy one, and it was pretty rough, so I didn't pick it up. But yeah, there's going to be something coming with the manual transmission soon. It's going to be V8 powered, that is for sure. I have contemplated buying another ZR1. I actually have a set of wheels back here that I bought for a ZR1 because I thought down the road I may end up buying another one. But yeah, I've got those CCW 18 by 12s. It looks similar to a ZR1 stock wheel, and that's why I always like those. And I found those for sale probably a year ago on Facebook Marketplace. I think I showed you guys a video when I started to polish them back up, and they've been setting. Now, tires are junk, but I bought those because one of these days we will have another C6 ZR1 at this house. Just right now, it's not high on my priority list. Those other wheels are for Cohen's when we went to the drag strip. He bought those wheels from Billet Specialties, and we've used them one time. But I think that covers it. Like I said, I generally post 2 videos a week. I just haven't had time for that. between everything that's going on, and just kind of wanted to catch you guys up on why you haven't seen me. I've been really sporadic on posting videos. I used to be like clockwork, and so now it's like when I have time, I film something, and you know, I don't have enough time to complete a video, or the projects are a little more in depth like what we're doing now. So it's still going. All right, I haven't given up on it yet. There's been a couple times where like the YouTube thing has really drugged me down, and I just didn't want to come out here. I just want to come out here and work. I didn't want to film anything, and I just wanted to get something knocked out, because it's way easier to, believe me, to come out here and work than it is to like turn the camera on, set stuff up. That's why you see a lot of this, like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I shut the camera off, I do it, and I turn the camera back on and tell you what I did. That's why you see more of that, because it's really hard to set up a camera at different angles to get the light right, to try to show you guys what I'm doing. Most of the stuff, I feel like some of you guys know what's going on, so that it's tough. Look, YouTube's not easy. And so people that think you just get a camera and you make, you know, millions of dollars, like, you know, your Cletus or Whistling Diesel or all those guys, it's not that easy. Those guys have some major time invested in not only what they're doing, but you know, the way they film videos and the way they string stuff together. It's just incredible. It's great. I would love to be able to do that, but I don't have the time. Anyway, sorry for ranting, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this small update video on what's been going on in my life in the shop. And if you did, like always, smash that thumbs up button. Guys, if you are not subscribed, go down, hit the subscribe button, ring that bell notification. That will notify you when I finally drop another video, and stay tuned, because some of these things will get finished.